All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. Today is Monday, the 16th of August, 2021. No trades for me today, so this is going to be a short little quick recap video here of some of the movers today. Of course, there's always profit-making opportunity out there, but really nothing I was willing to waste my mental capital on, or nothing I saw so provoking that it was to bring me out of retirement, like Tim Sykes always likes to say. SPY, oh my gosh, BTD. I had the thought around this point in the morning of maybe I should buy the dip a little bit here because SPY never goes down, and when it does go down, you BTD, and I did not BTD, and I regret not BTDing the BTD. But jeez, ludicrous grind back to the upside. Can't stop, won't stop. Other market internals on the day, NASDAQ, again, just low dollar volume. We're only 10 minutes after market close, though, so, but still, under $200 billion volume. Just not a lot of activity. Nice to see a little bit of a rise from last Friday over the weekend. OTC, pretty nice dollar volume, 2.3 billion. Again, not ludicrous, but not too shabby for what we've been seeing out of the OTC markets the past few days. Two real tickers in the listed sector that caught my interest from the get-go on the mover scanner. NAOV, biggest trader on the day, had over 500,000 trades, $850 million volume on the day. Just a grinder. This is the one that Matt Monaco mentioned of the kind of intradaily pattern. That was an awesome trade a few days ago. Then it had a little bit of a sell-off day over the weekend on Friday. And today it comes in with news of plan to expand product portfolio, blah, 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 blah. All this type of stuff. Doesn't even matter. Again, the fundamentals, it's an American medical device company, float of 22 million, reported short interest of less than 1%. So nice news catalyst in the pre-market. I kind of thought this was a pretty elevated move to begin with in the pre-market and thought it could just chop around and really do nothing, maybe reject some of these highs from Friday and just do nothing this day. But it held pretty well right away in the morning session, and I just didn't really know how much more was left in it. Of course, it got a little bit of a spike right away out of the gate, and then it kind of started falling off. The other ticker on the day as well, too, that I'll mention, the FLGC, which has also been another former runner the past few days, trading days. These two were kind of yin and yang of, oh, okay, NAOV was trading to the downside. Oh, NAOV is dead. And then FLGC was still on the rise, but then FLGC would start to fall off, and then NAOV came back up again. We get a new squeeze, a new high a day. It was just funny that those two were yin and yang in the whole day. But FLGC ended up dying, and NAOV held pretty well the whole rest of the day. Some nice 10% blocks on the upside, at least in the morning session and even in the afternoon session here too, until it eventually died off into the close. So many just speculative opportunities, and really, as Art of War also put it on this one, that there wasn't really an edge either way. And that's how I totally looked at this one to say, okay, you can 100% identify we're getting like a triple bottom here, if you want to call that, or at least it's holding a rising VWAP very well. And there's a beyond 10% trading block opportunity right there, and you can even be degenerate and hold even longer, sell into some of that peaks here, and then even hold a little bit longer and sell into another new high day peak in the afternoon session. Definitely profitable ticker on the day, but just not A+, just not the probability that it dumped here at this point was still there. The probability that it dumped and under VWAP at this point here was still there. If you were getting long, if you were lucking out that you're just playing speculative position sizes, there's no way I would have gone confidently with a big position size on any of these trades today. But you would have made out like a bandit today on these type of tickers, and you're kind of laughing in everybody else's faces that they're not making money and they're just sitting on the sidelines as well too, like what I did today. But that's just how the cookie crumbles, and that was NAOV today. So pretty weak close. We'll see what it likes or wants to do in the next few days. I don't really know how I want to look at it or how I want to trade it. If they're just going to keep coming out with more news. I think they just put out second quarter, looks like 16:05 here Eastern time. They just put out second quarter financial results. So we'll see how earnings affects all of that. But yeah, interesting one. And yeah, traded 500,000 trades on the day. The next FLGC traded like 100,000 trades. But then the next stock on the movers scanner that I have here is trading 50,000 trades. It's just such a divergence between, there really is not a basket of opportunities to trade. It's just, you're kind of looking out on a few and everybody's pretty much watching the same things, and there's just not that awesome of an edge to trade in any of these. So that was NAOV. This is, I also want to mention, this is short sale restricted, which I did not know, and that's all I had on that one. FLGC, again, did not trade any of these. We got to this point on FGLC where it was holding well pre-market from that big upgrind Friday, last trading day, and holding these pre-market levels well. Spike out of the open. Every temptation inside of me said, just chase it. It's going to go higher, and being so bored and just bored out of my mind, staring at green and red flashing lights, said, just push that button, cure that boredom. But I resisted that temptation, and I threw away all those feelings, and I took my baseball bat and just started beating my wall because I wanted to push buttons so bad, but I held back. Of course, I would have made money doing that, and that's more anger-inducing and more bat smashing against the wall, but that's just what I got to do to become a better trader and resist that human temptation to just trade on emotion, because that was all this was today. There was no telling when or if it was going to dump at any point. Like here, we're dumping under VWAP. So much choppiness around here, then it ends up skirting back above VWAP. We get new high day pushes, another choppy push to the upside, then it pulls back a little bit of rise, choppy up and down the whole way, and then fades hard the whole rest of the day. Again, no real edge, this whole run-up has just been so, profit opportunities are there, but again, where's the edge, and where's the understanding of what the supply is, how this thing is going to trade? It's just really been up so long, and as number 7, Jack number 2 in the chat also put it too, that especially for how far it's been run up and for the low float that it is, 30 million float, not the lowest float, but it's just still so hard as it's at these super elevated levels. Where is it going to go? How is it going to do it? And when it decides to go is anybody's best guess. So it's just tough to trade these, especially in these summer months when there's really nothing else, and this is the best thing to watch. Yeah, hard to resist, but I did well to just learn from it today and not really take too much of a mental loss thinking, oh, if I would have bought there where I told myself I should have bought, then I would have made all this money. Blah, 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 blah. I'm way past that. Some other just really nothing else but other tickers. Sono from a few spiked into the close over the weekend. I think that was on news of earnings. No, it was some news I see. Oh yeah, the Google infringing on their patents. Choppy, dumping right at the open, just choppy the whole rest of the day. Blah. ENLV, again, spiked up for whatever reason. You're getting little spikes here. Call it a dip and rip. There's no technical levels to base that off of or reason why, but you get a halt here, and that's exciting, and then it comes back down again, just chops away the whole rest of the day. Just kind of mind-numbing. So, short video today. That's really all I had, and again, no trades. Saving that mental capital, saving that trading plan to say, this is not, you're not going to get me, market. You're not going to wear me down by thinking I need to push buttons. I am stronger than the emotion. That's what it takes to be a great trader. So that's what we're sticking to, continuing that process every single day. So it takes one step at a time. I thank you guys for watching. We will catch you guys on the next one.